Rejoice, where Wushen is dead. The siege at Burial Mounds had just come to an end. Yet before the second day, news had already taken flight across the cultivation world, spreading faster than the flames of war. Suddenly, everyone, be it the aristocratic families or the wandering cultivators, were discussing the siege operation carried out by the coalition led by the 4 great clans, with participation from the various smaller clans. This is a moment of jubilation. Which worthy hero held the blade that slayed the Yiling patriarch? Who else could it be but it should be, the young clan leader of the Zheng clan, Zheng Cheng, led by the 4 great clans, the Zheng clan of Yunmeng, the Jin clan of Lanling, the Lan clan of Gusu, and the Nie clan of Qinghe, where Wushen's den, the burial mounds, was razed to the ground in the name of justice. This, I say, justice has been served. Immediately, another chimed in. Yes, he deserved it. If it weren't for the Yunmeng Zheng clan who adopted and raised him, Wei Ying would have just been an average vagabond. Clan leader Zheng had raised him like his own son, but not only did he defect and rebel against the cultivation world, he brought dishonor upon the Zheng clan and caused them to be nearly eradicated. He bit the hand that fed him. It's unbelievable that Zheng Cheng could tolerate the servant's brazen actions for so long. If I were him, when Wei Wuxian first defected, not only would I have stabbed him, I would have killed him. How else would Wei Wuxian have had the opportunity to commit such monstrosities? When dealing with such people, one doesn't have to consider their past relationships as childhood friends and fellow disciples. But that's not what I heard, said one. Said another, wasn't Wei Ying's death caused by the backlash of his demonic cultivation, causing him to be torn apart by the very demons he summoned? Rumor has it that he was shredded till there was nothing left. They laughed. This is retribution. I knew it. The ghost soldiers that he raised were like a pack of unleashed rabid mongrels. He truly deserved his end. In all honesty, the siege of the burial mounds might not have been a success if it wasn't for young Master Zheng's plan that targeted the Yiling patriarch's weakness. Don't forget that Wei Wuxian possessed the items that allowed him to obliterate 3,000 cultivators in a single night. Wasn't it 5,000? 3,000 or 5,000? What's the difference? Although I feel it's more likely 5,000. Such depravity. He destroyed the Yin Tiger Tally before he died. That was his only redemption. Otherwise, if that cursed item was left behind, chaos might have ensued. A hush fell over the crowd when the 3 words, Yin Tiger Tally, were uttered. Eventually, someone lamented. Speaking of Wei Wuxian, he had been a stellar cultivator, well known among the illustrious clans during his prime years. He made a name for himself at a young age and led an illustrious and unbridled life. It's a wonder how he ended up walking down this path. With the change of topic came another flurry of discussion. As you can see, the traditional cultivation path is the only way to go. Demonic cultivation might seem enticing and formidable, but what are the consequences? Voices cried out in unison. To die without a complete body. Well, it's not to say that Wei Wuxian's downfall was entirely due to his cultivation methods. Ultimately, he was a man of poor character who incurred the wrath of both man and the heavens. As the saying goes, you get what you deserve, and the heavens are just. It is said that death has had its final say. There was a general consensus amongst all, and all dissenting opinions was swiftly suppressed. However, a worrisome thought still lingered at the back of everyone's minds. Although it was said that the Yiling patriarch Wei Wuxian met with his demise at the burial mounds, however, no one had been able to summon his soul. Perhaps his soul dissipated when he died, or he might have simply escaped. Naturally, if it were the former, it would have been a great cause for celebration. However, the Yiling patriarch was said to be so powerful that he could turn the world upside down if he wished. As such, he would be capable of resisting the summonings. But should the day come that his soul is pieced together again, and he manages to revive himself, all of the cultivation world, or even all of humanity, would have to face his wrath, driving the world into utmost despair and bloodshed. Hence, 120 stone guardians were erected at the peak of the burial mounds for protection. As the various clans started carrying out frequent summonings, there was increased vigilance toward acts of demonic possession or any abnormal occurrences. The cultivation world was at a heightened security state of alert. The first year passed, and all was quiet. The second year passed, all was quiet. The third year passed, and all was quiet. 13 years passed by without a hitch. It was still quiet. Eventually, many came to believe that Wei Wuxian was not as great as he was made out to be. Perhaps his soul might have really been destroyed. The man who had previously been able to overturn the heavens had finally been overrun. No one would be revered like a god forever. Legends were, after all, just legends.